Hi, Love Cups. It's me, Shantae53, Lonnie Hadden, on YouTube, or Kalani. I'm going by Kalani now, because I think that it's time that everyone unlearns my real name, and I think you can handle it because there's a singer out named Kalani as well, so you guys can handle learning how to spell my name because I do all these videos for you, right? So anyhow, what I wanted to talk to you today about is being happy. Being happy by being able to change yourself and your situation and go in the direction that you want. So what is being happy? What is being happy? What is it truly to be happy? Well, there's different opinions on what success is. So you need to know yourself and know what success is for you. That's number one. Knowing what you think success is, kind of having a vision. I want to call it a vision. Having a dream board, possibly. A lot of people put up a dream board and put up, what they want to have as far as a house and a job and a car and things like that. Okay, so that's your vision. Because if you don't have some type of vision, you're going to let circumstances control your life. And you'll never be in control, and bad things are just going to keep happening and happening if you don't have a plan. For instance, maybe you want to go back to school to learn something maybe that doesn't take that long, such as like real estate or life coaching doesn't take that long. Probably a 6-month course online. You could get your life coaching certificate, and it's not required, but I got my certificate because I want people to know that I'm not just putting information out here that isn't true and hasn't been researched, but I want to give you good information that you can use. I don't want to just come off the cuff with how I feel. These are facts that have been researched, and I'm bringing them to you. And so vision is the first, knowing where you're going. If you want to start a business, maybe you need to take an entrepreneur class. So that might help you, or take a finance class and learn how to do financing, or bookkeeping class to help you with your bookkeeping. And then after vision, you need to be able to live in the moment. Okay, a lot of us tend to live in the past or the future. Now, I'm not saying it's bad to live in the past or the future. It's important to remember the past so you'll know the good and the bad things, to stay away from those bad things that have happened in the past, and gravitate towards those good things that you know have worked in the past. However, you don't want to live in the past all the time because it creates depression. And then living in the future, always worried about what's going to happen tomorrow, creates anxiety. So you need to be able to seize the moment, more or less. Like, what can you do right now, today? I can't worry about tomorrow and what's going to happen tomorrow, if my car is going to break down tomorrow. But I know today I can go get an oil change to prevent anything from happening. This is what I can do today to keep my car going and keep it in tune, getting its checkups and things like that, or taking yourself to the doctor, to the eye doctor, to the psychiatrist if you need therapy. But making sure that you keep up with your preventative maintenance appointments on a daily basis, taking care of yourself in the moment so that you can handle the future and you don't have to have those bad things happen that happened in the past. So, one, we know that you need to have a vision, where you're going and what you want to do, so the circumstances are not ruling your life. Two, you want to live in the moment instead of just living in the past or the future. You want to be able to seize the moment and do what you need to do. Thirdly, you need to have a strategy, okay? If you're going to change yourself and you're going to make a difference and you're going to do some things different in your life, you need to have a strategy, not only just a vision board. People are going crazy with these vision boards, and it's like, oh, make a vision board, put up there what trip you want to go on, what kind of car you want to drive, and keep it there on the wall so you know every day what your vision is going to be. Yeah, that's great. But if you don't have a plan to get there, you're never going to achieve those things, unfortunately. And I have to let you know that. So you need to keep a strategy in place, like short term, make your short term goals and your long term goals to be able to meet everything on that board. If you're going to make $1 million, how are you going to make it? Do you have an invention? Do you have something that's going to sell? Do you have some type of talent that you could sell. Maybe you're an artist. Maybe you're a life coach. Maybe you play good football. Maybe you play great basketball. Can you market yourself? Can you sing? You know, can you dance? How can you make that million? If you want $1 million and that's on your board and you want this car, this BMW, make sure you have a strategy to get there. Otherwise, we're just being delusional or flying by night and we're never going to achieve our goals, and we're just doing anything and you're wasting your time because you're not really committed to doing it. And that's the last step, is having a commitment, being able to commit and stick to that strategy. Now you've got your dream board. Now you've got a plan to go with your dream board, a strategy to go with your dream board, and you're living in the moment every day saying, this is what I'm doing to reach my goals today. Okay, in the long term, I want to be a real estate agent. Well, today, am I taking a class? Am I getting the money to take my class? You have to do that. And then after you have your strategy and everything planned out, commitment, sticking to it. Just like if you're going on a diet. And I'm going on a diet right now, and I know my weight's been up and down, but the thing about it now is the difference is that I'm going to be committed, because it's not just a diet or a fad that I'm going on. I'm actually committed to eating right, eating healthier, and not putting bad foods in my body that like fast food that hurts your body, that has steroids in the chicken. Actually, you know, eating good foods that make my body feel well, that don't make me feel sick. After going to fast food places, you tend to feel sluggish. So why eat anything like that? If you have to eat it, get something healthy off the menu or pick a healthier option. And so commitment is very important. And once you and once you get your strategy, what I want to say to you is that be committed. So if you could get your, and I always talk about this, if you watch any of my videos, I'm a big fan of using a calendar, electronic calendar on your phone or on your computer, whichever you check the most often, and making sure that you have a commitment. So if you say you're going to exercise every day at 5 o'clock, put it on your calendar on your phone. So there's an alarm that goes off at 5 o'clock. Hey, it's time to work out. It's time to write in your book. It's time to take your class. It's time to go to the doctor and keep your appointment. It's things like that are going to make you keep your commitment. And then having that dream board also reinforces that commitment and lets you know that, hey, I want to have this goal. I want to be this weight. I want to have this car. I want to have this house. And then that's kind of like keeping you real to your commitment, keeping you true to your commitment, making sure that you're going to stick to it. So all the fad diets going out the window, try to get something that fits your body. Everyone can tell you, oh, I did this to diet. I did that to diet. I tried green shakes or smoothies or not eating after 7 or not eating a lot or eating smaller portions. But what works for you? Because Slim Fast doesn't work for everyone. Weight Watchers doesn't work for everyone. I know I did Weight Watchers and it worked for the first, I want to say 12 weeks or so. And then there was a plateau, maybe even after a month or two, after I lost 12 pounds. I think that's what it was, 12 pounds. And then I plateaued after 12 pounds. So you have to get something that's going to work for you. Your strategy is different from anyone else's strategy, but you have to do something that you can commit to, that's realistic. I know people have these pie in the sky dreams. Oh, this person wants to be a rapper, this person wants to be a singer, but you know what type of commitment it takes to be a singer, to be a rapper, to get to the top, because there's so many people that want to be rappers, they want to be singers, that they have to weed them out somehow, because everybody can't make millions of dollars, but you have to have a good talent, and you have to realize if you have that talent or not, and see if that's what you want to do. But you've got to be committed. They put in a lot of hours. So if you think you're going to be doing a full-time job and traveling and doing concerts probably not realistic. Once you get to a certain point, you're going to end up having to leave your job. But don't quit your day job trying to do a hobby or try to go on a different venture to start a business. Kind of wean yourself off of your job after you're making money. Then you can kind of wean yourself off and things like that. But stay committed. I think, you know, if we actually make a real assessment of ourselves and find out what we really want to do in life, we can be a lot happier. But also make sure you're bringing in a check too. Do something that's going to generate money and focus on those things. I did a video earlier about making sure that you commit to the right things, to avoid bad procrastination. And that's true in this sense as well. You want to focus on the jobs and things and the goals that are going to generate some type of money or some happiness for you. If you're already making money, then let it be something that's going to make an impact in your life and make you feel fulfilled. Okay? So I really love you guys. I'm going to cut this video and make it short, but I really want to just, before I go, just encourage you to stay committed today and change who you are. If you want to change for the better and you know you can have a better job, you can have a better health, you can have a better marriage, you can have a better relationship just by coming up with a strategy, staying committed and living in the moment and knowing every moment that you're doing the right thing for that relationship, you're doing the right thing for that actual job, that business, or whatever you might be doing. Whatever you're trying to change, be happy. Be happy with you. Be happy with yourself, where you're at in the moment, because you can't worry about the past because you'll go into depression. You worry about the future, as you know, you'll have anxiety. So be happy with where you are now. Be happy with who you are and be cool in some of the values that you've already set for yourself and keep them. So just remember that today. You are special. You are great. Go do it. Make the changes you need to make. You can do it. I'm here for you. If you need to contact me for an appointment, you can catch me at khadden1@gmail.com. All right. Have a good day. Love, cups. Bye.